Luka Doncic, skinny Luka, we call him these days.
Ozempic Luka.
Ozempic Luka.
Wow.
We finally saw him in the national team jersey playing for Slovenia. They lost that game against Germany. You covered it in your breakdown. And did you see, honestly, a very different game from Luka, or was it a bit more of the same?
Okay, first of all, we have to understand that this is the first game for him in 3 months. So, yeah, he lost 14 kilos, but he's still not in top shape because as much as you practice, game shape is a different thing. But, yeah, a little bit. I mean...
14 kilos since January 2024. So, in about a year and a half.
But I mean,
he didn't do it this offseason.
We all saw how he looked in February after the trade to LA. I mean, if you put the split screen Luka in February with LA Lakers jersey, he was different than he is now. Looked a little bit quicker, the first step, definitely. In the first 3 minutes of the game, worked on defense. That was a strange sight, I would say, pressuring the ball handler. Not often something you see. But then you have to, in this Slovenia team, he has to create everything, basically, because there is no Dragic, there's no
nobody there.
There's only Klemen Prepelic, but, Luka has to do it all offensively for them. There's no Josh Nebo, there's no Mike Tobey, there's no Anthony Randolph, there's no naturalized player. So on offense, it's all just Luka. So naturally, after 2-3 minutes, he is gassed out. And then he starts to do all the same things. But I hope that he can maintain this, skinny Luka thing, because we have heard rumors in the past about it, and then he would show up to NBA preseason again out of shape. So I hope this time it's real. And to me, I think Luka is ready to really take that next step. And at least for those people who are saying, hey, Luka, you should be in a better shape because, I mean, what are you doing? You can still get better. Those people won't have anything to say. The next part is, talking to the refs and eliminating those bad habits defensively. Let's.
But I mean, for a guy who is this competitive to be with such little help, the supporting cast this year, from all the years that I've watched the Slovenian national team, that I've anticipated their FIBA tournament, this is the least expectations I have, because this team, the supporting cast, there's 0 players from the EuroLeague. Now there is Klemen Prepelic, who was in the Euro Cup last year.
Yeah.
So, okay, a EuroLeague player technically from next season. But talking about this roster, I just see Luka really frustrated, dropping 50 points each game. And being triple team probably. What do you think?
And losing.
Yeah, and losing, that's the point.
I don't think there's anything else to say. I would love to be clever and tell you something unexpected, like Luka can carry this team to the medal stage, but I don't really believe in that. I believe that 3 years ago they had a good chance to defend the title. They had an amazing team with Goran Dragic still there, and they somehow...
3 years ago, Goran wasn't there anymore.
He was.
The Eurobasket 2022?
Yep.
Yeah.
Was he?
Yep.
Oh, okay, sorry.
He killed us in the first game of the group stage. It was not Luka, it was Goran Dragic that killed us in the first game.
2022, he was still playing.
They lost to Poland.
I remember.
He retired from the national team in 2017 when they won the Eurobasket, but then he came back.
He came back. Now I remember. Yeah.
But,
he came back.
But then I saw in the Philippines in the World Cup that Luka Doncic basically has no help. And now he has even less help. Some players that were at least good role players are now even older, so they didn't really get better. They might even have gotten worse during those 2-3 years. And that's, I mean, if you have Luka Doncic, at least you would need to surround him with shooters. And I cannot see any consistent good shooters that I would rely on this team. So,
if I'm being honest, I don't really...
Except Prepelic, Prepelic is a good fit playing next to Luka, although probably this is not the best Klemen Prepelic right now when he's 31 years old, but...
He did peak a bit early, I would say.
I gotta say this. I admire Luka Doncic for always showing up. I respect that he wants to play for Slovenia, and he doesn't care about the roster. He doesn't care about the fact that Slovenian basketball basically has nothing to offer. They don't have a club in the EuroLeague. They don't have a club even close to that. I mean, what's the closest is probably Cedevita, that Croatian Slovenian team playing in the Euro Cup, and it's not very good actually. So you cannot expect things to get better. And I wrote an article in 2017 when they won the Eurobasket, and the article was that I don't see a future for this team because where are the players going to come from? They have Luka Doncic and nothing else. Luka Doncic is Slovenian basketball. So I respect him for playing. I believe he will do everything he can. He might drop 50 in some games.
Top scorer of the tournament, potentially?
Lauri
Very,
Markkanen
very
might have a say,
Luka?
but yeah, probably.
But Lowry has more help.
If they reach quarterfinals, I would say it's an achievement.
Yeah.
If they go as far as quarterfinals, I would say that's a huge achievement for this team and this roster.
Where do you think they finish in Group D? I mean, they have France, Slovenia, then you have Israel, Poland, Belgium, and Iceland. It's a pretty easy group, I would say.
They definitely surpass Belgium and Iceland, and
So at least fourth.
maybe one more team. I put them in third.
Yeah.
Israel or Poland are higher.
Probably Israel.
Yeah, Israel.
Poland, Sohan is out, so with Sohan, I would have
But-
bigger expectations. But Jordan Lloyd is there. They
Ponitka-
might be a tricky opponent.
Ponitka is gonna do the same
But-
thing like he did last time.
After watching Deni Avdija last season, I think they're going to be dangerous. So
Yeah. And they're meeting Slovenia, in the 8 finals immediately, Group C. And Group C features Greece, Spain, Italy, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Georgia, and Cyprus.
They're probably gonna face one of the top two.
it is doable. I could see like Slovenia facing Spain or Italy, and Luka Doncic having the best game of the tournament, and they go through to the quarterfinals. But quarterfinals is the ceiling. This is where I put the ceiling for this team. And let's be honest, without Luka Doncic on this roster, this team is miserable.
Not getting out
That's
of the group.
how good Luka Doncic is.
Yeah.
You put him on a miserable team, and you're thinking about quarterfinals.
Do you guys think anything would have changed if Olimpia Milano let Vlatko Cancar and Josh Nebo play? Because that was a big drama as well, that the club didn't allow those two guys.
For sure, you would expect a quarterfinal.
Yeah,
You would say
for sure.
quarterfinal is the floor and semifinal is the ceiling, probably.
But
Yeah.
that's because of Nebo, not because of Cancar, probably. Because Cancar, we've seen him play for Slovenia. We haven't seen him play in the NBA so much.
And he's coming after.
I don't know his
Coming
shape.
after
Yeah,
an
I don't
injury.
know what shape he's in because I don't know 6-7 years ago when he was in good shape.
Yeah.
He was a player that I thought should sign for one of the top EuroLeague teams and be one of the best stretch 4 players in Europe. But right now I'm not sure about his abilities. And Josh Nebo, yes. Although when we're talking about those naturalized bigs that Slovenia choose.
It's better when he has a stretch
If I
one.
had to rank Randolph, Nebo, and Toby, my ranking would be Randolph at number 1, Toby number 2, Nebo number 3. And Nebo was obviously the better player than Mike Toby.
yeah.
But I think a shooting big,
Yeah.
a popping big is even a bigger threat on offense playing with Luka. I
agree.
don't know if you agree.
I
You
don't
think
know,
a
just-
lob threat like
Yeah, just
Nebo
valuing
is
Nebo's
better?
defense as well.
True. But Slovenia never won
It wasn't
because of the
about- yeah,
defense.
it wasn't about
It is.
defense ever.
And
It is true.
and Sekulic is not the type of a coach that creates some sort of a system there. He's just keeping the vibe, and at the moment we can say that the vibe isn't even perfect.
The vibes are not there. Even Zoran Dragic had a bit of a falling out. A veteran of the national team, a brother of one of the legendary Slovenian players, Goran Dragic, kind of left the team, but then we saw reports he was actually thrown out of the team or crossed off the list. Like he was in the camp and then was sent home.
It's like vice versa, I think. But it's
Or
okay.
it doesn't matter, but one side is saying one thing, the other side is saying the other thing. What do you guys think about this drama between Sekulic and and Dragic. Should you even invite a veteran player of 36 years old who is, let's be honest, behind his prime days are behind him already? Should you even invite this player if you don't see a future for that guy in the roster?
I don't know if Rytis will agree, but I think, veteran player, if you don't see him in a, let's say, 9-10 man rotation, I don't think you
call
should.
him up.
Don't call him up. Like, just say to his face, like, you're not going to be a rotation player. Have this conversation before.
Yeah.
Do you want to be an 11, 12 man? If you're okay, if you want to be a vibe boss in the team, then yeah, why not? Go ahead. There are some veterans that will do it for sure. I mean, we had these veterans in the Lithuanian national team who would play 5 minutes, but just be leaders in the locker room. And if the player is not okay, then say to him that and let him have a really nice vacation.
At the same time, I think there's too much noise about something that doesn't change the big picture.
If he was not Goran Dragic's brother,
Yeah.
would we be having this conversation?
Probably no. Of course, in the past, Zoran Dragic was a valuable member of the team, and he was a good player in Europe.
Yeah, it's true.
But that's in the past. I cannot say right now. And I don't know what is it with these professional athletes and their wives stepping up for them, not themselves, but their wives. I saw too many examples in football when something goes wrong between the player and the coach, and it's his wife on Instagram that
Doing the talking.
that does the talking and puts some stories on and
feel like
shoots strays at the coach. And in this case, again, it's the wife doing the dirty job.
And his brother.
Why?
And his brother.
But his brother followed the lead.
Follow the orders.
Svetlana was the leader here.
The boss.
I think Svetlana is her name.
Not
Svetlana Dragic, I think.
Okay.
So
Selector.
what is it with these athletes? Are they too afraid to talk? Like
I think they don't want to ruin the vibes,
He comes
man.
back home and says, Svetlana, you should write something.
No, I think it's different, man. I think they come back, they're like, fuck, it's so f***ed up, but I'm not going to say anything. It's fine. Like, I don't want to ruin the team vibes.
No, Zoran.
And then
No,
Svetlana
Zoran.
goes,
I will
no,
not leave it like this.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the case.
Okay. Anyway,
Anyways.
actually,
Wow.
when we talk about Slovenian coaching, I'm surprised that Sekulic has been there for so long because the last 2 tournaments were not good. I actually thought they would go for something else, for something different. And maybe now when you don't have that much talent around Luka, you don't have, as before you had a good core of 6 or 7 players, and that was enough. Now when you don't have it, maybe it's time to think about a different coaching perspective.
Or it won't really
Because at the
change
moment,
much.
obviously, Luka is coaching the team. And you can say whatever you want. Of course, Sekulic takes the time out and he draws the play, but it's Luka who's calling the shots.
I think even Klemen Prepelic said this like a day or 2 ago when he said like Sekulic is the best guy to control Luka. Like he even said, I hope I'm not mistaken about what I read on the internet, but I think he said like something in the words like Jason Kidd didn't even let Luka play this freely as Sekulic does on the team, and that's why he's the person.
Jason Kidd had Kyrie
Bro,
Irving.
there's no choice. There's no choice anyway. So
There's no Kyrie Irving on
Yeah.
this team. And it's just funny when I remember those press conferences from the last Eurobasket when the head coach is sitting there and the player, and nobody has a question for the head coach. So I felt kind of sad, so I asked the question.
Yeah.
After
To the coach.
after they lost to Poland. I asked the question to Sekulic.
What did you say? What did you
I
say?
asked something about this small ball lineup with Muric at 5 because
okay.
they were desperate. They were down 15 or something. And I asked that maybe that was something that worked and could have worked earlier. He answered politely. He answered my question. But I honestly asked just because it was sad to see the head coach sitting there. 10 minutes silence. Nobody
Luka.
has a question. Everybody has a question to Luka.
Okay.
No, when you're asking the question, you have to like say who the question. Like, to whom you're making the
it's a joint press conference. The player is there and the coach is there. They do the opening statements.
Yeah.
And then it's time for the question. So you raise your hand. You say, "Hi, this is Rytis from BasketNews," or TV3
Or
Lithuania.
wherever, yeah.
I have a question
To
Luka,
Oh,
or
okay.
I have a question to Mr. Sekulic.
To both, maybe?
Yeah, you can ask both.
Okay.
Obviously, that's how it works. But usually, in other press conferences, there's a player and a coach. The coach is the one who does more talking. Like Lithuanian press conferences, the coach who has.
Hey, but it's Luke.
Yeah.